So to shade the side blocks, these inside blocks, so you know this 1, 2, 3, 4, we are going to start shading right along this line right here towards the center, and that is going to be where your blackest is. So we're going to go again in this section right here and put in our mid to light value right against that line. And if you go over the line a little, that's fine, because we will clean it up. But you want to be careful on that line because that is going to be the darkest. So I'm just going to add in my medium value all the way across my square in that section. And yes, I am going a little bit over it. We'll fix that in just a minute. Over the lines. Getting my mid value all the way in to the end of my square. Okay. Now I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to line it up right on that line. And I'm going to trace that line for my black. And then slowly with your pencil there, with your ruler there, start to fill into black right along that line. That way we're not having to erase really dark pencil. So see how I did that right along there? And then slowly pull that darkness down this shape. And that's how you'll fill in that section of this block. Now we're going to go to our triangles on the sides. And like we did with this one where we had the point and we went to that outside edge, we're going to do the same thing. So our pencils are going to go this direction now towards parallel with this line. So I'm going to start in my corner and I'm going to add that mid-grade value, keeping my pencil in that direction all the way down that little triangle on the side of my square. And now this is going to be a little different because we want our darkest part to stay against that diagonal line. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to line my ruler back up with that, and I'm going to trace from the top just down, just part way, not all the way, just so I can add in a little bit more darkness. And that's a little dark down here, so I'm going to erase some of that. Now I'm going to go right up against that line and I'm going to start adding the darkest part of this square. And I'm not going to go all the way to this line. I want my darkest part of the shadow to stay right against that diagonal line. And I'm going to work my value to this, lighter to this section. So we're going to have value coming dark from here to light this way and dark to light this way as well. I need to add a little bit more darkness coming this direction, right up to that line. I'm going to trace that line one more time because it got a little crooked. Just a little. Oops. If you erase, it's okay. You can go back to fix, so don't worry about erasing. I keep getting my line off. I'm sorry about this. Hang on. Okay, now it's back. And then just go and fill back in if you make that little mistake, because it's easy to do. I've done it quite several times. That's why you start with that mid-grade value and then work your way to dark. So now you have this side of that square finished. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Turn your paper this way and your lines are going to go parallel with this one. So start in that corner and add your mid-grade value, mid to light. And then go back into that point and start adding in the black just to that line and up just a little. only going to come, the darkest value is only going to come out a little bit on this side. It's going to stay mostly on that diagonal. And I'm going to go ahead and draw my line back in there, starting at the point, and just draw it part of the way down. So it shows a little bit more. And then there is that square shaded in. So go ahead and finish the other three the same way I just showed you for this one.